Bill O'Reilly here. You are listening to the O'Reilly Update. Coming up next, the news with Mike Slater.
Thank you, Bill. It's Friday, January 5th, 2024. Here's what's happening today in America. A final warning suing the bus companies, LuluLemon's founder, and this might beat the coffee was too hot lawsuit. It's all coming up. Then Bill's going to be here with your message of the day. But first, the Houthis, a terrorist group in Yemen backed by Iran, who the Biden administration removed from the list of terrorist organizations early in his term. They keep firing at our ships in the Red Sea. One armed, unmanned surface vessel got within a couple of miles of a U.S. Navy ship in the Red Sea. This is just a couple hours after the White House said that this is a final warning to stop the attacks or face military action. Governor Abbott of Texas has been putting illegal immigrants on buses and sending them to New York City and other cities. Well, the mayor of New York City has said that this is leading to the collapse of his city. So the other day, he put limits on when buses can drop illegal immigrants off. Limits on when, where, and the bus companies have to give a 36-hour notice. Well, that wasn't enough to stop the buses. So Mayor Adams is now suing 17 Texas charter bus companies, suing for $708 million to cover the cost of taking care of these illegal immigrants. Meanwhile, the mayor of New York City has spent $4.6 million for 20,000 plane tickets for illegal immigrants to fly out of New York City into other cities. But this is different, they say. The founder of LuluLemon, Chip Wilson, he sold his share of the company back in 2014 for almost $1 billion. He spoke out against LuluLemon's whole diversity and inclusion thing. He said they're trying to become like the Gap, everything to everybody. And I think the definition of a brand is that you're not everything to everybody. You've got to be clear that you don't want certain customers coming in. LuluLemon has some new ads where there are some plus-sized women. He said the people in the ads look unhealthy, sickly, and not inspirational. You may remember in 2013, he said some women's bodies don't work for the pants. Add this to the famous McDonald's coffee was too hot lawsuit. A customer filed a lawsuit against Dunkin Donuts, claiming that they were negligent because he was injured by an exploding toilet. He's seeking $100,000 because he has suffered severe and long-term injuries. After the explosion, he was covered in human feces. He told an employee, and the employee said, "Yeah, we know about that toilet. This has happened before." His lawyers say he has required mental health care and counseling since the incident last year. I'm Mike Slater, Bill O'Reilly. I don't mean to laugh. It's very serious. I'm Mike Slater, Bill O'Reilly with your message of the day. Next.
If you own a vehicle with less than 200,000 miles and have an auto warranty about to expire or have no warranty at all, listen up. Car Shield has a low-cost month-to-month vehicle protection plan that's now available to the public. Save on out-of-pocket expenses on future auto repairs. So please call Car Shield now to find out how you can pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. 800-925-7584 for a free quote. This protection plan is at an all-time low in price. Drivers who activate the vehicle protection today will also receive free roadside assistance, free towing and car rental options at no additional cost. So please call for your free quote, 800-925-7584, 800-925-7584. Hey, what do you have to lose? 800-925-7584. Time now for the O'Reilly Update message of the day. On this Friday, covering the presidential election this year will be challenging as emotional lines have already been drawn and media organizations really don't give a hoot about what is true or false. Unfortunately, many Americans don't either. They want news agencies to root for the home team, that is, their team. Fox News has the most difficult road. Its programming is stridently anti-Biden, but FNC management does not like Trump. The producers and presenters know this, so they have to be careful about what they say. MSNBC believes President Biden is not liberal enough. Its parent company, NBC News, is not that extreme, but Trump remains the devil there. CNN is back to where it was before it purged its leadership. Call it DLN. devoted liberal network. Here's the backup. On Tuesday of this week, Wolf Blitzer introduced his legal team to talk about Trump being booted off Colorado and Maine ballots. Here's the roster. Andrew McCabe, fired from the FBI for anti-Trump corruption. Marcus Childress, counsel for the Hate Trump January 6 House Committee. Carrie Cordero, who in May 2016 wrote a piece in a law journal saying Trump was unfit to run the government. Nice balance, Wolf. Lon Chaney Jr. would be appalled. I'm Bill O'Reilly. I approve the message by writing it. You can reach me, Bill at BillO'Reilly.com, Bill at BillO'Reilly.com, name and town if you wish to opine. Now let's go to the mail. Lee says the only war on minorities that the left ascribes is what is trumped up in the media. Our society has, over the past 60 years, bent over backwards to eliminate racism. Racism definitely existed before that. Lee, racism exists now. It does. But it is not ingrained in our government or private marketplace. It's there, but if you demonstrate racism, you, the American citizen, you're going to be punished. You'll be hurt. So you're correct. The left-wing media wants the whole world to think America's a racist country. It is not. Robert White, Lehigh Acres, Florida. Great message of the day. O'Reilly, Dr. Gay doesn't get it. She feels like a victim of racism. It's my firm belief that racism is the total reason she had her job at Harvard to begin with. You don't really know that. It looks like that's the case, but I wouldn't say it as a fact. And you say Dr. Gay doesn't get it? She gets it fine. She's going to use her skin color to engender sympathy for her. It's calculated. Alan Keolo, Westerly, Rhode Island. President Trump and Nikki Haley are willing to find mutual love and respect. After Republican primaries, they would make a juggernaut ticket. Love and respect, I don't think that's coming around. I agree with you that the strongest Republican ticket at this point would be Trump and Haley, but Trump does not like her. I know that. In a moment, something you might not know. Everything is expensive these days, you know that. The government is printing trillions of dollars and consumer prices higher than ever. If the government continues its printing and spending, the dollar could continue its free fall and lose its coveted role as the world reserve currency. Let's hope that doesn't happen. But there are a few things you can do right now. American Hartford Gold can show you how to protect your money, your retirement, your hard-earned savings against inflation by helping you diversify a portion of your portfolio into physical gold and silver. Start with a short phone call, and they can have physical gold and silver delivered right to your door or put inside your 401k or IRA. Call 877-444-GOLD, 877-444-GOLD, or text GOLD to 65532. Again, that's 877-444-GOLD, or text GOLD to 65532. Now, the O'Reilly Update brings you something you might not know. The blue state exodus that began during the pandemic continued in 2023. According to data from the Census Bureau, a record number of Americans are ditching liberal precincts for more conservative counties. Here are the fastest growing and dying states in America. New York witnessed the biggest decline. More than 100,000 people fled the Empire State, followed by California with a net drop of 75,000, Illinois 32,000, Louisiana 14,000, Pennsylvania 10,000. In contrast, 500,000 Americans migrated to Texas, 400,000 to Florida, 200,000 to North Carolina, 100,000 to Georgia, 90,000 to South Carolina. When asked why, a majority cited three reasons: high taxes, property values, violent crime. First, taxation. An individual earning $100,000 in New York gives about half of their income to the government. That same person in Texas keeps about $80,000 out of $100,000. Next, home values. The median price for a single-family house in California, $850,000. That figure rises to $1.5 million in San Francisco. A similar property in Georgia, $300,000. Quite the difference. Finally, crime, violent felonies in Illinois and Louisiana up 25% compared to 3 years ago. Carjackings and retail theft up triple digits in the blue states. New Orleans now ranks as the 8th most violent city in the world. The homicide rate in the Big Easy, 70 per 100,000 residents. That's more murders than in Juarez, Mexico. And here's something else you might not know. A new issue is forcing many residents to flee liberal states, immigration. For the first time, progressive voters in New York City, Chicago, San Francisco are ranking illegal migration as a major concern. That reality has not swayed Governor Gavin Newsom in California. Beginning this week, his state will offer free health care to all undocumented people. Back after this.
Do you want more online safety and privacy? I know I do. That's why I started using NordVPN. It guards me against various internet threats. Digital trackers, malicious websites, and malware-infected downloads? Back off. I choose to browse with more confidence. I choose NordVPN.
To avoid digital threats, turn on NordVPN. It's trusted by millions of users. Just visit NordVPN.com. One of the fastest VPNs on Earth will block web trackers, malicious websites, and malware-ridden downloads. It will also encrypt your internet traffic while maintaining a smooth connection. So improve your digital privacy and protection against hackers with one simple click. Get the special deal at NordVPN.com and enjoy safer internet daily. NordVPN. Cybersecurity built for every day.
Thank you for listening to the O'Reilly Update. I am Bill O'Reilly. No spin, just facts, and always looking out for you.